Hey everybody, MrFlavorsmith here, and I've got something electrifying for you today. An electric grill. So a couple weeks ago, EliteFyre reached out to me and said, hey, we like your content, and we think your viewers would like to see this electric grill. And would I be interested? I don't have an electric grill, so yeah, I said I would totally be interested, and here we are today. We're gonna unbox it, we're gonna do a burn off, and the burn off is just to burn off any impurities, oil, whatever there might be for manufacturing and shipping. I'm gonna point out all the features of what I hope this is gonna be a really awesome little electric grill. And of course, I've gotta put it to the test. So we're gonna grill up some chicken and some awesome smoky burgers. So stay tuned, let's get to it now. All right, so you saw me stick that together. Took about an hour. So I think that this is in production now. I'm not 100% sure. EliteFyre reached out to me. I am the first person on YouTube to actually get their hands on this and do a full review on the product. I don't even know if it's completely launched yet. The only place that I believe you can purchase it right now is directly through EliteFyre, and this is the Volteq model. I don't know if they have other models at this time, like in the pipeline or anything like that. But this is kind of a cool little unit. You can put it on the cart like this and then loosen 4 screws right where the legs are at underneath. And then you can take it off of that cart and you can put it on an outdoor cook area. You can bring it inside the house. I recommend if you're going to cook inside with this, that if it is a little smoky, because it's not a smokeless unit, it is a grill. But if you have an indoor vent, you'll be totally fine. And to be fair, a lot of the things that you can cook on here won't even give you any smoke anyway. So putting the cart together was a little fun, but it was easy. It just, I'm a big guy. I'm 6'2", and I'm not a tiny man. So getting down on my hands and knees and putting it together was a little rough. But if you have a friend or a family member that can do that for you, by all means, talk them into doing it for you. All right, now let's check out all the features that it has. Let's get a little bit close. So yeah, I feel this is a really great looking unit. I think this unit would be perfect for anybody that doesn't want to have to deal with charcoal, doesn't want to have to deal with going and worrying about propane or anything like that. This is great for apartments, perfect for apartments and condos. It's easy to move around, very, very easy to move around, very lightweight. So you can actually lift this upstairs easily, 3 flights of stairs, no problems. It's, I'm not sure exactly what it does weigh, but it is a very manageable unit. First things first, let's look at these tables on the side. We'll just put our heat probe in our grill area for now. Very easy to do. Just lift the table up. There's these little rubber bushings that are on these pegs right here. Lift it up, slide it forward, just like this. Let's get to the other side real quick. Makes it nice and very compact. And then you just make sure that your cord is up, and it's very, very easy to move around. Not awkward actually either, and I'm a big guy, so I would think it would be a little awkward, but it's not awkward. Very, very nice. And then put them back, lift up, there's a little groove, slide in, pop into place. See, this just comes off like this, and so there's a track that's in here. So you put it in that first groove, slide it down, pops into place like this, pop it up, slide it down, and it just hangs. Or you can just remove it completely, whatever you want to do. Sturdy too, it's made out of metal, not plastic. Also the tables, each table has 3 hooks, and this is for hanging your utensils. That is super, super convenient. So you can hang 6 different utensils from this unit, 3 on each side. And right here we have 2 different probe holes for our probes, our wired probes, built-in wire probes. And this is our power button right here. This is nice metal power button. I imagine that illuminates. Then we have our control system right here. So this will operate our probes, and then it will operate the temperature of the unit. EliteFyre, way to go, EliteFyre. All right, and then we have the drip tray that collects everything, all of our drippings. And that's right here. You just kind of lean it back a little bit and it pops right out, and then just make sure it's up. So there's a ledge that's right in here, this bar, and that catches right here. So you just have to kind of tilt this up this way and bring it out. Not much though. I mean, it actually goes in pretty easy. It's just something you have to play with before you have this full of grease and everything, just so you know what you're getting into, okay? Just like that. But that's nice to have this removable tray. It really is. It sticks there just a little bit, just like that. And then you're easily able to wash this off really easy in the sink. I wouldn't put this in the dishwasher because we do have, this is plastic right here. This whole, the legs and everything around here, this is all plastic, but the entire cart is made out of metal. I don't think there's really any plastic on it besides maybe just the wheels. All right, let's talk about this system right here. What this is it just holds everything, right? So it's the bottom support system. And this is actually made out of a plastic, okay? It's made out of a polymer. Everything else here is made out of metal. We have metal, absolutely everything around here, chromed out right here. And then, like I said, the cart is pretty much, it's like 99% metal as well. So it's really well built, no doubt about it. And then to remove this whole unit off of the cart, there's just 4 little screws over here. You just need to loosen them, and you don't need to take them out all the way, just loosen them, because there's like a hole and a guide that once you loosen them, you're able to just push the unit forward a little bit and then lift it up. And then you can put it back down, push it forward in the groove, and then tighten it back down. So, you know, this is one of those things where right now, I think I would just keep it like this, but if you want to cook inside, or if you don't have room for this piece, or you just bought this piece here, you know, it's very easy to put on and take off. All right, here we go. Inside here, it's double lined, okay, so it's double walled. That way it retains the heat, so you're not going to dissipate the heat real easy. You're not going to lose a lot of the heat from this. This thing takes 15 to 18 minutes to get up to 650 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's pretty good, you know. You're not going to be cooking a lot of stuff at 650 degrees Fahrenheit anyway. You're going to be more in that yeah, probably like a 450 range, something like that. We have thick cast cooking grates right here, so that's really nice to have. It's going to be very easy for these to heat up and then give us those really nice sear marks. So I do like that. We have a huge heating element in here. This heating element is just absolutely massive. Let's get a little bit closer. Top view coming down. I mean, to be fair, look at, okay, so I just want to let you know, I'm going to touch this grill surface and it has not been turned on or anything. I'm just putting my hands on there so you can get a size comparison. Look how big this is. This is, I'm a big man. I have big hands. This is a huge grilling surface area. I think, I mean, you're probably going to be able to put like 10 burgers on there at a time. This is really, really amazing. So with that being said, you have to take into consideration this. So what you want to do is you want to take into consideration that the double wall right here, is going to cut down a little bit on your grill surface area, but not much, maybe like a ½ inch or something like that. So maybe you're just losing just about right there to the edge. So it's not really that big of a deal. To be fair, you probably have grilling surface area from right there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Very easy to open and close. It's not spring loaded, but it doesn't need to be spring loaded. Just like that. And if for some reason you don't want this hood on there, like if you don't want this lid on there, right here, there's some little pins that you can just pull out super easy. There's some pin locks that are on there. Pull the pin out and you can take that lid off, and then you can just cook directly on that surface. So it's very easy. Just pull the pin locks out and then you can take that lid off, and then you can just have an open surface if that's what you want. All right, so the design in the back is completely open. As you can see, it's just super light, easy to move around. The cord that comes in, that's built in, I would say is a little bit larger than 4 feet. I extended it out. It's probably closer to 5 feet. There's our hinged back area right there, and there's the pins that I was talking about. You can just pull those out, pop those pins out, and then you can take that lid off. It's a pretty solid little unit for what it is. All right, now that we've checked out all like the little features that are on there without actually turning it on, let's get this thing on. Let's get the initial burn going to clean this thing up, and then let's get cooking and try it out. All right, so this just takes a regular 110 3-prong wall outlet. Just plug it in. There it is. I hear a beep. and it turns on. All right, so the beep just means that it is accepting power and it is ready to go. All right, let's see what happens when we hit the button. We're plugged in. Oh, check that out. Now, because that is an LED display right there, you might see some flickering. That is not actually the unit. I am seeing it 100% solid. It's a purple color. It's reading 86 degrees. So let's check out how we can adjust this. All right, so normally for my initial burns, I like to get it to like 450 degrees and just kind of let it sit there for like a half hour. So why don't we try and do that now? Let's see if we can touch. Let's see, how's this work? Okay, so it's 86. We just had it set for 300, I think. Yeah, okay. So let's go. There we go. We turn the dial to the right. This is awesome. And we're going to go up to 450. Just like that. There it is. You hit it. Once you get the temperature you want down here, just depress all that once, and then it's starting. And now you see that there's a ring there, and it's wanting to get up to temperature right now. Oh my gosh, I am super excited about this. I just noticed what came with it too. See this little box right here? Look at that. That's a tiny little smoker box. You can put pellets in here or wood chips. I'm gonna put some hickory wood chips in this little bad boy right now, just so it can get rid of some of that nasty flavor as it's doing its initial burn off, and maybe add some yummy flavor to it. But look at this thing. That's pretty cool. That came with it. Way to go, EliteFyre. Very, very cool. All right. I'm really excited about this. This is awesome. Let's see how that goes. I think this would probably be best for pellets, but I don't know. We'll try it out. Look at that. Pretty cool. We're just going to stick it right here off to the side, right over that heating element. Okay, so we're right at the 5-minute mark. So let's see where we're at on our temperature. Oh, awesome. 254 degrees. Out of our 450 target goal. And that only took 5 minutes. That's not too bad for a little electric grill. You know, from zero, you know, it's like 80 some degrees, I think is what it was reading on the inside there. But it's cool out here. I mean, we're in our, I think it's like 63 out here Fahrenheit. So for it to get up that quick, that's pretty good. I mean, that's reasonable. See, and there's the blue light. That's showing that the power's on too. Very cool. So just a few more minutes and we should get up to the 450. All right, it was just beeping. 13 minutes and 30 seconds, and we got to our 450 target temperature. How awesome is that? Way to go. This Volteq's pretty cool. And I don't see it yet, but I sure can smell those hickory chips. It smelled pretty nasty without it. As it was starting to get up to temperature, you could smell it all do its burn off, and it's pretty nasty. But with the hickory chips in there, get it smoking. And oh man, I think I just saw some smoke roll over the top. I can smell it. I just can't see it. But that's cool. So it's sitting at 451 right now. So we're going to start our timer for 30 minutes and let it do its burn. I want to take note that you really do want to plug your grill as close as you can to the outlet on the outside of the house. You can use an extension cord, but it's optimal and best and safe. The safest thing to do is to plug it directly in. And if you can't plug it directly in, be sure to use a really thick gauge extension cord. At least, and the way you can kind of gauge that is go off of the thickness of the cord that comes from the unit. As you can see right here, I'm doing something you probably shouldn't be doing, but it's working fine. And my cord is not hot, okay? But if your cord is hot, then you're overloading your cord and you could have an issue. So as long as you're using an extension cord, it's a decent cord and that is similar in gauge to the cord that comes with it, you should be pretty safe. Do you see what I see? All right, check it out. Look at that. We can see the smoke coming out right through here. It's right through this area right here. So that little smoke box is working really good. I can't tell you how excited I am about that. So our burn, we've got just about 4 more minutes left in our burn for our half-hour point, but Man, check it out. I'm really happy that this is doing this. I was going to put a little pellet tube in there or a wood chip box. So to see that this came with it, man, that's so awesome. I'm really impressed by that. Thank you so much, EliteFyre. All right, so this is the EliteFyre Intelligent Electric Grill with Cart. And they call this one the Volteq. Let's open this up real quick. Oh, yeah. Look at that little smoker. Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, it smells a lot better. That's so great. Really need to do that burn off. That is essential. 440. Oh, okay, so that's pretty interesting. It actually has the temperature. Okay, so let's figure out where that's at because it's fluctuating. Oh, there we go. So right there, as you can see right there, that's our heat probe right there. Right in the center of everything. Perfect. It's a real good spot for it. Now, you know, what's going to happen with that heat probe is you're going to have to take these grills off to when you go through and you clean everything because you're going to have to clean that heat probe too. That way it reads the temperature accurately. All right. You know what? We're close enough for our burn to be complete. Well, so it's a pretty windy day out here. You know, it's breezy. It's cool outside. I'm really impressed with how this actually has held its temperature. It does do a very, very good job of holding temperature. So, and what gets me about that is that there's no real like seal right there. So what I'm thinking I might end up doing is I might put a seal right on this inner part right here all the way around like I do on my other things just to kind of maybe lock it in even more. If it needs it though, I'm going to try it without it first. It might just, you know, butt up really good to one another and be perfect. But so far I'm pretty impressed. All right, so our burn off is complete. It went perfect. I'm really impressed with this so far, just from what I've seen without even cooking on it yet. Now it's time to put this to the ultimate test with what I do with everything when I test out a grill. We're gonna be doing some burgers and we're gonna be doing some chicken. It's a real basic one, but it's two different densities of meat and there are two different types of meat, so you can really see how this performs. All right, so we're back here with our EliteFyre Volteq all-electric grill. We're gonna get this thing plugged in and we're gonna get it up temperature and start cooking. And just as before, we're taking our standard outdoor wall plug. I believe that's 110. It's a 3-prong and just plugging it into an extension cord. All right, our unit is on. All right, well, it's not on. It's not on until you turn the power button on. There we go. Our display comes up. Just giving it a second real quick. It says 68 degrees. So we have it set at 300. That was, I think, the default. So what we're going to do is we're going to crank this all the way up to... Let's get it to, let's do the 650. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, 650 is where it maxes out. So then press it to start. And then now when the dots are going around clockwise, it's in its warm-up mode right now. Okay. And then we're also going to use the probe today. And we're going to probe, unfortunately I only have one probe, but we'll probe the chicken and then kind of just see where we're sitting with that. And we're doing boneless, skinless chicken breast pieces. Let's open it up real quick. Actually wanted to take this out of here. All right, this was from yesterday. Let me just zoom in on that for you. This was from yesterday. This was what was left. This is the spent wood. So we're gonna empty this out and we're gonna replenish it. And you know I like to flavor stack stuff, so putting some wood chips in there is right up my alley and exactly how I like to add an additional layer of flavor to it. So we have everything seasoned up and it's been kind of sitting there for a while now, and got some burgers I whipped up with some really good seasoning, and that should be good. There's our top, and this is hickory. We'll get our wood in there right now, That way it can start doing its thing, heating up. We're going to put it right there. Now we just need to let it get to its temperature. It's sitting at about 170 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's reaching up to 650. Should just take a few minutes. Back in 10 minutes. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that smoke coming up. Oh yeah. That little smoker box is working really good. And we're just close to our temperature at 619 degrees. It's going up pretty quick. So we will be at 650 in just a few moments here. Right now we are 18 minutes into it. All right, here we come. 648. 649. Almost there. Almost there. One more degree. 650. All right, we hit that at exactly 20 minutes. Perfect. I think we stopped the timer. Oh, this timer just stops on its own. All right, we're going to put the chicken on real quick. Little smoker box working awesome. Go like this. Like this. So we're going to put 3 decent sized pieces of chicken on there, and then the rest we're going to do with burgers. We are loading this up. That's probably pretty good. That's not bad. So these are big old burgers. And we've got 6 of them on there, and we've got 2 big boneless, skinless chicken breasts and one that's a little bit smaller. Let's close it up. Perfect. No resistance at all. Let's give it 5 minutes, see what it looks like. The little smoker box is working perfect in there. That's really going to flavor stack this chicken and burgers for sure. Give it a nice hickory flavor. All right, it's been 5 minutes. Oh, look at that. Awesome. Really heated up in there, good. Let's flip them. Oh yeah, look at that. Way to go, electric grill. Nice sear marks. Chicken probably could wait a little bit longer, but that's okay. Beautiful so far. Photo time. Let's see if we can figure out this probe system. I'm going to take this probe, I'm going to stick it in this big piece of chicken right here, right in the middle, just like this. I'm going to close this lid, just like that. Now I'm going to try and set this. Let's see if I can set this while it's doing its thing. There you go. So it's at 94. So we're going to set this. It says 145. We're going to move that all the way up to we're going to go 165, and we're going to hit enter. Right now it's sitting at an internal temperature of 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So I wonder if it's going to jump back and forth from what the ambient temperature is. Oh, it is. Perfect. Okay, cool. So there it is. It jumps back and forth from your ambient temperature, 415, and it does that for a couple of seconds, and then it jumps over to your probe, which is at 106. Oh, that's very, very cool. I like that a lot. And like I said, it has another. That's really cool. It has a 2 probe thing here. So in theory, we really could be probing our burgers and probing our poultry. But we only have 1 probe. That's all that came with this one. That's super cool. Little system. I really like that it's integrated into this. You don't need any other heat probes for it. It's a complete little system. Good job, EliteFyre. Pretty impressed so far. Just a few more minutes, so we would have we've got about 1 more minute, and that puts it at 5 minutes on each side. All right, here we go. Get our tongs. I didn't do this, but I'm gonna do it right now. If you know, you know. Oh, look at that. These things are ballooning up. All right. The juices are flowing. These are looking pretty good. I think what I'll do is I'll move this. I mean, it has a pretty even heat, being electric and everything, so that's nice. With that being said, there's more heat towards the center here. Just the nature of what it is. So we'll go ahead and turn the chicken. All right, it's doing its thing. Obviously, burgers are going to be done before the chicken. It's just always the way it is. We're shooting for an internal temperature of about 150 degrees on the burgers. USDA says 165 is safe, but I feel that a little under is optimal, so 150. Oh, now you can see right now. So this is all of the juices and everything. All of that fat that's rendering out from our patties is hitting the heating elements. It's smoking it up. It's hitting underneath that pan that's there. So now we're going to see how well that pan funnels all that grease down into the collection tray below. Hopefully it does a pretty good job, but we will see. And how we will determine that is by checking it out down here and just seeing on the back of the unit if it's going to be dripping anything. I have my guess that it won't be. Seems to be a pretty cool system. So we'll just give it a couple more minutes. All right, I just want to probe our patties. Burgers probed. See what we're looking at. 130, so we're getting pretty close. 140, yeah. 123, 128, 132. Getting pretty close. Take a look nice and close and see kind of what we're dealing with here. You can see, hold on, let me get it kind of zoomed in here. You can see that grease down there, all that fat. And you can see where that little slit is there. There's like that little pyramid. And that slit is where the grease is draining down into this lower catch tray. Now, obviously the chicken, it's a very lean piece of meat. So we don't have a lot of fat or anything rendering. But that's why it's always a good test to test with burgers and chicken, because chicken just, it's a weird one to cook sometimes, and you've got just two completely different sides of the protein spectrum there. It's pretty interesting. It's looking pretty good so far. I'm pretty impressed by this. And you see the grill, fat just coming off of there, landing on that cast iron grill, and it just putting those sear marks on there. It's doing a good job. So far, I'm pretty impressed with an electric grill. It's nice and convenient, and with this little smoker box, I mean, the little smoker box thing makes things pretty nice. Right now it's spent, so we're not getting any more smoke flavor on there. So that is one thing you're gonna have to just go through and refill, but that's okay. Let's do a quick flip again just for another minute. This will probably be the last flip for these burgers. We probably got a couple more flips for our poultry. I think what we'll do is yeah, there we go. Our chicken, when I'm looking at this down here, it's reading at 146, so that still has a ways to go. But let's check out and see what the burgers are looking like. I'm pretty sure these burgers are ready to go. 147, 137, 148, 143, 154, 137. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna kind of move things around a little bit. couple more minutes. All right. I believe we're probably there. Let me just flip these around real quick. I tell you what, they sure do smell good. But everything smells real good, but I really smell those burgers. All right. Oh, look at that. And we just hit our temperature. Coming up to it. Let's see what this one says. 155, 159, 147, 145, 160, 160. Time to pull. Perfect. Let's pull these burgers. Those are some thick burgers too, by a chance. That took roughly 20 minutes to do. Wow, we hit temperature on both of them. What am I talking about? Perfect. All right, so now I just need to get a glove, pull it out. There we go. It'll just sit right there. Our chicken is done as well. They both ended at the same time. I was not expecting that. That just worked out. That was not movie magic, folks. That's just something that happened. And there we go. Both of our proteins cooked at exactly the same time. That's a lot to fit on this little grill. So let's close it up real quick just for a second here. Give our conclusion. Well, I can't give you a full conclusion on this until I take one of these burgers and give it a shot. Mm-hmm. Look at that. Man, that's a good burger. Woohoo! How do I feel about this? I'm gonna tell you what, folks. When they reached out to me, I was a little skeptical about it because it's a company I hadn't heard of before, a brand, and I'm not normally an electric grill person. I am a propane, natural gas, charcoal, wood, lump coal. I am that guy. I'm highly impressed by this, and I know I'm going to use this because it's just too easy to use. And I'm a dad, you know, I've got 2 young boys. I'm a busy working guy, and so sometimes you just need to heat something up really quick, and it doesn't need to be get any charcoal out, waste your gas or anything. Just plug this bad boy in, hit it to high, let it warm up for a few minutes, and then you're good to go. I'm really kind of excited about some of the other options here because I tell you what, I had this thing totally cranked up and it's still sitting at 385 degrees. Watch this. Is that insane? Look at that. That's the top unit right there. Look, here's the front. Here's the back. Is that totally insane? This is why I think it might be a good thing in a family environment because you are not going to burn anybody. You can cook with this outside around. I wouldn't get near water or anything too much. You know, it's wild and crazy. Keep it over towards the house, but you're not going to burn anybody. That's amazing. And that's that double wall technology that's on there. It just keeps all the heat on the inside, holds it in there. I want to do a meatloaf. I'm going to do like a smoked meatloaf in here. I think that will be really awesome because I could set that temperature and use it like an oven and put the smoker in there. And now I've got this little electric smoker that just sits on my back porch. I don't know. To me, that's exciting. I can flavor stack stuff very easily with this. And that's what I'm all about is flavor stacking. Hey, everybody, if you got any value out of this at all, please do me a huge favor. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps me produce more valuable, flavorful content like this for you in the future. I'm going to drop a link to where to get this right now. I don't know if they're available, so keep your eyes open and come back to this video from time to time. I'll also, when I find out more information, go to our community, subscribe to the channel, and on the community tab, I will always update with the progress of this too, because I'm not sure 100% if this is a prototype. I just know that I'm the first one to get one. And so far, they're going to take my feedback that I've given them, and we'll see what they do with that. But I don't really have any major improvements except for maybe the assembly of the cart. Once it's put together, this cart is really awesome. It's very easy to move around. It is a solid construction. There is no doubt about it. A metal solid construction, but it's hard to put together with just one person. I think if you have 2 people though, another set of hands, it'll make things a lot easier to put together. So I really do feel if you do get this unit, have your husband, your wife, your child, a friend, whatever it is, help you just hold it. And that will make the assembly a lot easier and a lot faster. But this whole top piece already comes pretty much assembled. I like it. I think whatever, I'm not sure what price they're going to sell this bad boy for, but I could see it going for somewhere around $400 to maybe $475, maybe $600, something like that. I'm not sure what the price is going to be though, but right now this is a very convenient, a very awesome little system. You can store some stuff on the backside there. I would like to see a cover with it, so I'm going to actually get a cover on Amazon, get the dimensions of this, get a cover, purchase it, and I am going to use this as probably an everyday tool when I'm not wanting to get all that lump coal out and light everything up and everything, and I want to do just a quick cook. So until next time, live a life of flavor.